Hey guys, welcome to the Reds Projects. Today, working on Joel's Cutlass. If you've seen the last episode, you'll see we put this on the dyno and lost oil pressure and had a bunch of problems. So today we're pulling the motor out. Joel's on his way over. I've made a bit of progress on it. Let me just get this bonnet open. Oh, heavy bloody thing. So you see I've got the inlet off, got the headers off, alternator, drain coolant, a few bits and pieces just to make things easier for today. So once Joel gets here, we'll crack into this and hopefully have this out today and have it apart and diagnose what the hell went wrong. All right, we're making some good progress. Joel's just working away in here. Everything's pretty much ready to go. Got the shifter out as well. So I'm probably going to try and lift it up, get the trans out from underneath, and then try and getting this motor out, because this old thing doesn't really move. So there'll be like half a day to get that running, to get that out of the way, to get the engine stand over there, or engine crane. So we might go this way, or we might try and sneak it in this way. See how we go. Desperate times, desperate measures. I'm just putting this here so when we lift it up, the sling doesn't slide. It probably won't, but paranoid.
Yeah, when it's straight.
Yeah.
I've got my documents. I've done a little bit of it.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, yeah. All right. A bit of tension on it. What's holding it?
Yeah, it's going alright. What fingers I've got. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. That looks like a taut jigger. Hey, how high does this thing go?
Go under in a load.
Oh yeah, we're over it. Well, it's leaning back now, like as the more we go up. See what? Hell yeah. You didn't even die.
No, I didn't even break anything either.
Yeah. Alright, motor is out. Was a little bit of a pain, but she's out. This crazy contraption right here, that was definitely a bit sketchy. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do, take the sump off while the motor's upright, so any metal or shrapnel or stuff won't fall into the motor, and then we'll roll it over and start diagnosing. It's not great, but that's not bad. That's not where the problem started. It's the same thing. The middle one's a pain, so I'll skip that one. Actually, the back one's probably going to be a pain. Looks alright, but it's had a big chunk of something go through. It's a big line it's put in.
Do you want to do this each side?
Just right each side.
Yeah, put a spanner under there and just push it up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, might work.
There we go.
Ouch. Looks okay, does it?
Yeah, that looks good. So far I haven't found anything that's like me. This should. Yeah, sweet. Alright, so there you go. Undo all the rockers. It's got, yeah, might have to do something with my hands to yeah, almost. Yeah, pull that out. So if you get lucky, you can get them all out in one go like that.
Alright.
Then they fall over place anyway.
And the bottom ones?
Yep. Not the limit. There we go.
Not too bad, is it?
Yeah.
Is this normal? Is that like... Oh, that's just a blank.
Yeah. Yeah, just the back of the motor, it doesn't have.
Yeah, those heads aren't real heavy, are they?
Nah, they're great, aren't they? Yeah, these, see, I've never seen an LS with these head gaskets because they all have steel ones. It's only the early ones that have these things. Mine requires for some of this. But, coming out easy, which is good. Problems when they build up gunk.
Oh, they're a bit tight.
Hard to get out.
They look in good shape.
Yeah, they look good.
Wish I could do it now.
Thank you. Yes, please. What's that? Timing cover. Okay.
Got a couple of spots like that.
Yeah.
What's that from? Just where?
Not sure. I thought we would have, if we had any damage like that, we would have seen on the lifters. That one's nice. Okay. Finally, that one's spun. You see how it's doesn't sit in there nice. Yeah. All right, we're on to something. That one's this is the proper fuck one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the bearing is stuck to the crank.
Oh, okay.
So I'll help you push it. There we go. The joint should be there. It's kind of like
Fused.
yeah.
See, I'm like good with a welder. So
Yeah, yeah. Weld it from the outside.
Not score the crank out.
Yeah, crank could still be saveable. Not bad, is it? That was better. See, it kind of, it's staying. It's the right shape. It's staying in there, like you can. It's not going to fall out, and you still see some coating and stuff on it. So that's definitely looking better. All right, we're pretty much done in here. Joel's on his way home at the moment. My phone went flat when we were pulling all the pistons and rods and stuff out. So, long story short, it's spun a couple big end bearings, which is bad, but it's also good because I thought it spun a cam bearing or a main bearing just by the noise it was making and stuff. So good news is it looks like the block is saveable. So if we find a second-hand crank and put it in, I've got spare piston and rod assemblies. Put a fresh set of bearings and rings in it, and this thing should be back to being alive again. So I'll go into the other shed and I'll show you the damaged bearings. All right, let's look at some carnage. So number one was the worst. These bearings are absolutely trashed. You see the lip in them where they're squished and buggered. So that was our main problem, was number one. Number three, like all the bearings look a bit trashed from all the metal that was going through it. Number three is not good, but not the worst. Number 2 and 4 were also pretty trashed. Like these bearings spun. Don't think that one did, but they're definitely very banged up and stuffed. This one spun, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this one's spun. You can see it's all flattened out. It's got some big dint in it for some reason as well. See there, they're flared out. They're squished. So they're no good. So probably going to put a couple new con rods in it. So probably 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, just to be safe. So the front 4 pistons and rods will be replaced. The back 4 look great. They're still round. You can see they're still in the rods. Well, we pop them out to look at them, but they're still round, I'm pretty sure. So I'll check over all of them, make sure we got fresh rods and everything and we're all good. The cam is also a bit banged up as well. You can see that lobe right there. And there's another one there. That one there is pretty banged up as well. So depending on how far the budget goes, I've got stock cams that are in good shape that we can swap that one for. If not, we'll put a actual real good cam in it. And you can see the crank is trashed as well. So that number 1, number 2 journal's no good. 3 is okay. 4 is bad. So it's a bit, it's too hard to turn over at the moment, but this further around here has got more marks and stuff. So the crank is a throwaway item. So at least the block is okay. No bearings spun in the block, so the block's good. So we can put bearings, rings, and cam and put this back together and have it running again. So that's not all bad news. All right, so damage is nowhere near as bad as we thought it was going to be. The block is still good. I thought for sure that it spun a main bearing or a cam bearing and the block was trashed, but the block is fine. The crank is no good, the cam is no good, and we got a couple con rods that are no good because the bearing spun in the con rod. So that's fine. I've got spare con rods and piston assemblies, so we can throw a couple of those in to freshen it up. We'll just buy a new crank. That's pretty cheap. We can buy them marketplace pretty cheap. And a new cam, I've got a couple stock LS1 cams we can throw into it, so that's no big deal either. I'd really like to put a bigger cam in, but we'll see how far the budget goes. But yeah, this motor should go back together. Fresh bearings, fresh crank, fresh rings, fresh cam, and it should be good. So we want to make it boost ready. So it's got 853 heads on it, which are early Commodore heads which have notches in them, and they take like the old school graphite style gasket. So we want to piss those off and probably get some 241 heads, or if the budget allows, 243 heads with steel head gaskets, and at a bare minimum get some good valve springs, get some pack 1218s or something in there. So even if we run the stock cam again, if we have good valve springs, we can throw boost at it and make good power. So we have to do a bit of Googling, bit of research on prices and see how far Joel's budget will go, and work out how much nice shit we can put in this motor. But today was better than we expected. We were expecting to pull the motor apart and make a coffee table out of the block because it was trashed, but it's saveable. So we're both very happy. Joel's a lot less stressed, I'm a lot less stressed, and we have a plan going forward. So on that note, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.